All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the final episode of this series. Today we're talking about one thing to watch for every team in the NBA. This is the Western Conference edition. We just dropped the Eastern Conference edition, so make sure to go check that out, as well as checking out our other two videos on X factors for each conference, every team in the NBA, with the NBA season officially kicking off last night. It's a great time to be subscribed to this channel because we're going to be posting basketball content every day around 7 o'clock depending on my schedule. So make sure you hit the like button if you do enjoy today's video, as well as sticking around for the full thing. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, not a lot of people subscribed that watch these videos, so just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second out of your time. And like I said, if you like basketball, this is the place to be. Now, with all that being out of the way, let's go ahead and get started looking at the X Factors, starting first with the Dallas Mavericks. They're not the X Factors, but the thing to watch for. And for the Mavericks this year, it is Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic and their ability to play together. Last year, the Mavericks were abysmal when these two were together. They were actually better without Kyrie last year than they were with. And, that's understandable. I mean, it's tough to go in season, make a trade, and expect for things to click right away. That just doesn't happen. So, excited to see them this year with a full season or full off season together under their belts. We'll see how well they can play together. But that's the thing to watch for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, for the Denver Nuggets, it is going to be the rookies. How quickly can Hunter Tyson, Jalen Pickett, and Julian Strawther play together, play well, and come off the bench and play a role for this Nuggets team? We saw the Nuggets just completely overpower the Lakers again. They were up double figures the entire game last night, and then it looked like they didn't really need a bench out there. Half their starters had double doubles. Jokic had a triple double. They looked really good. But we do know 82 games, it's a long season. Somebody's going to get injured. Somebody's going to be missing time down the stretch. So the Nuggets are going to need somebody to step up, and you're going to have to look for these rookies to step up. Another team that played last night, the Golden State Warriors, and it's going to be how well Chris Paul fits into this offense. I think I'm going to end up making a whole video on this because I really liked what the Warriors were doing last night with CP3, allowing Steph Curry to play off the ball. You got to watch Curry and Clay at all times, and then you got Wiggins in the dunker spot and Kevon Looney, also cutting. He's a smart cutter. He knows how to play within this offense. Very excited to see how CP3, because obviously he's a great passer. Didn't shoot it well from the field last night, but nobody really did first game back. So that's what to watch for the Warriors. Now for the Houston Rockets, it's going to be Jabari Smith Jr.'s breakout season. This is the year, I feel like, for Jabari. Really, he's got all the tools in the world at 6'10". Kevin Durant, I'm not saying he's Kevin Durant, with that height and his ability to shoot the ball. He didn't have a great year last year, but this year with the addition of two more traditional point guards than Kevin Porter Jr., I'm very excited to see what happens with Jabari, with the Houston Rockets overall. So look for Jabari. He was my number one rated prospect in that draft class for a reason. Now, for the Los Angeles Clippers, it's going to be their depth. I mean, you look for guys like Bones Highland, like Terrence Mann, Norman Powell, Marcus Morris if he doesn't start. If KJ Martin starts, we'll see who it is. But this team is so deep. They also got the rookies, Kobe Brown and Jordan Miller. And, they're probably going to need it because Paul George, Kawhi Leonard are infamous for not playing games that they're supposed to be playing in, especially down the stretch in the regular season. So with those guys out, look for those guys off the bench to play a huge role for the Clippers in their success this season. That is what to watch for the Clippers. For the Lakers, it's going to be ring number 5 for LeBron James. Now, it came out that LeBron is going to be on a minutes restriction all year long, which makes sense. I mean, he's in year 85, but the Lakers last night with LeBron off the court looked completely overmatched. AD didn't even score in the first half. In the second half, Taurean Prince was really good for them. But aside from that, D'Lo did not start the game off very well. The Lakers look bad without LeBron, so look for LeBron to try to put this team on his back, even in year 98, and take them to the NBA championship. Now, for the Grizzlies, it is going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. to watch for, because he is going to have a big year. With Ja out, he's going to have to take control of the offense, as well as being their best defensive player with Steven Adams out. Adams being out for the year really hurts this team. They were looking really good with Steven Adams last year. And then all the changes they went through this year, still thinking they're going to have Adams back. And then for that to happen and at the last second for him to not be able to go, that really stings for the Memphis Grizzlies. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's going to be Anthony Edwards. I mean, look for this guy. He and Devin Booker are going to establish themselves as the best two shooting guards in the NBA, I feel like, this year. Shai's definitely up there as well. So between those three, I think the youth movement is going to take over. Those will be the top three shooting guards in the league. Brad Beal, James Harden have kind of held that label for the last 2 years. They're kind of getting up there in age. Look for Ant, look for Shai, and look for D-Book to establish themselves. And I'm looking for Ant to just have an absolutely monster season for the Minnesota Timberwolves this year. Essentially unstoppable. Now, the New Orleans Pelicans is going to be Dyson Daniels, a guy that I expect to have a big sophomore leap, and a guy that the Pelicans really need to have a big sophomore leap. Kira Lewis Jr., it looks like it's about time to give up on him. I mean, the poor guy keeps getting hurt. He hasn't really done anything ever since being drafted out of Alabama. Dyson Daniels out of the G League Ignite, he's got all the tools at, 6'7"? He can pass, he can defend, he's a really good defender, he can rebound, he can score it a little bit, can't really shoot, but he can play off of guys, and if he's able to knock down shots, that'll be huge for this Pelicans team going forward. Now for the Thunder, it's going to be, can they be a top 5 team? That is the big thing for the Thunder this year, a top 5 team in the Western Conference, and I think it's attainable. They go out, they sign a couple of veterans. The guy from Europe, he's really, really good. Been a EuroLeague MVP, I believe. Same thing with the guy the Kings signed. We'll talk about him later. But the Thunder this year, I feel like could be a sneaky team to jump up in the rankings. Look for Shai, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren. This Thunder team is going to be super exciting to watch. For the Phoenix Suns, it's going to be Jordan Goodwin. And can he establish himself as the point guard? They really don't have a true point guard, as we saw last night, ever since trading away Chris Paul. So can Jordan Goodwin become that for them? We shall see. Right now, D-Book and Bradley Beal are going to kind of be point guard by committee. So if Jordan Goodwin can grow into that role, that would be huge for them. That'd be, just another guy they can have out there. They don't really have a true backup point guard now. Campaign's gone. So Jordan Goodwin just stepping up and being able to play big minutes for them is one thing to watch for the Phoenix Suns. For the Blazers, it's going to be Scoot trying to go out and have a Rookie of the Year type campaign. Scoot, I mean, he's got all of the tools there. The Blazers are not going to be very good this year. This can be a straight developmental year for him, Simons, and Shaedon Sharpe, the three guards that I think are going to be huge for the Blazers in the future. But this is a year for Blazers fans to just prepare for the future. It's going to be a rebuild. Of course, you just traded away the best player probably in franchise history. So it's time to let the young guys cook and see if any of them can reach the heights that Damian Lillard did. For the Sacramento Kings, their biggest X factor is Sasha. I'm not going to try to pronounce it so y'all don't yell at me in the comments. We'll call him Sasha V, but EuroLeague MVP a couple of times. I'm pretty sure he's going to come over. Really, really good shooter. I mean, he's a really good ball player. He's going to be coming in, assimilating right into that Kings rotation, and I think he will be, much better than most people think. That move is not really getting talked about, but I think it should be definitely a lot more. You got Sabonis, now you got him. The European front court is looking really good. And for the San Antonio Spurs, it's going to be Devin Vassell's huge leap. I think he takes a leap this year. He becomes the best player on this team, even with Victor Wembanyama. Yes, Wemby is good, but this Spurs team, they're going to be so good defensively with the three-headed monster of Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, and Victor Wembanyama. And then you also have other guys coming off the bench that can play D. Trey Jones can play a little bit of defense. Keldon Johnson will have to play defense if he wants to play. But this Spurs team is going to be good, and I think Devin Vassell is going to be a big reason why. Finally, we have the Utah Jazz, and their biggest thing to watch for is the front court duo absolutely going to work. Taylor Hendricks and Lauri Markkanen. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Markkanen, of course, coming off of his Army career, so we'll see how well he continues to play, but I think he will be just fine. And Taylor Hendricks, really excited to see what he can do as a rookie. So, I mean, the Jazz obviously in rebuild mode, but we'll see how well those two guys played. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If I got, the biggest thing to watch for your favorite team wrong, make sure to let me know. Let's talk about it down in the comment section below. But like I said earlier, if you do like basketball, this is the place to be. We're posting every single day all throughout basketball season, unless, my basketball schedule gets in the way. But the plan is to post every single day, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.